Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's a beautiful morning here. Saturday, October the 5th, I do believe. I was hoping to be at JT West plow day today, but it got canceled and postponed to the 26th of this month, I do believe. It was too wet. Not sure when you'll be watching this, but continued prayers for all the people affected by Hurricane Helene. Western North Carolina, Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, just devastating. Got a friend of mine actually, got another YouTube channel here, Wildberry Farms. I'll put a link in the description. He's from up that way, and corresponding with him, just unreal. But a little something different today, guys. We're gonna head out to an auction. You know me, pennies on the dollar. There's a couple things there. It's tractors mainly. Not that I've got that kind of money to spend today, but there's a couple other things that might be interested in. So I'm gonna try to get a little more footage every time I go, the auction in Denton. I don't usually get any footage because the camera, but this is more or less a small estate auction, so we'll see how things go, and I'll try to get you a little bit of footage. I think it's a W4 International, a 140, a 3000 Ford, some miscellaneous small equipment. Couple other things I might be interested in for storage aspects, but see what we can do. My buddy will be with me, so I'm not sure how much footage we'll get, but we're gonna see what happens, so stay tuned. Here's one of the goodies, 3000 diesel. And I was wrong, it's a International I4. Straight, motors loose. Tires are mediocre. Steering's pretty tight. I don't know, we'll see. It's not a very big auction, so might wind up with some deals. Here's another one, M, knee deep in brand new rubber. I believe his gentleman started on this one and probably passed away, unfortunately. I'm not sure the circumstances. I think one family member still living, so I don't know. I don't know if this one runs, but looks like he started priming it. We'll see. I don't know what this is. If any of you can, I don't know if it's a combine, or I assume it is with the fans or something. I don't know what the apparatus is. International. This harvester, International harvester on the steering wheel. Bunch of goodies. Horse-drawn sickle mower pieces. See if there's a brand on that. McCormick Deering. And an old school bus out here. Got a lot of goodies in it. Run across some orange tape. I don't know if that goes with something. It's already been sold. They're not going to sell it. There's a fast hitch for a 140 right here and some rear cultivator arms. I don't know if I got a clip of the 140. I don't think I did. It's pretty nice. Scrap man's heaven in here, but there's still a lot of good pieces that if I got anything to do with it, I'm gonna keep it from going to scrap. There's a whole set of cultivators over here. Not sure if those go on a, probably I'm gonna say a H or M or something. I don't think it's anything for my seed, but it got seed hoppers and all. Seed hoppers are rusted out, or fertilized hoppers rather. Horse-drawn disc. See, they got some tape on stuff like this disc plow there. Press frame. There's an old bush hog there, a small bush hog. There's a yard tool. There's a plow. I'm gonna try that. I'd love to have that behind the sea. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I hear somebody down there cranking on that 3000. Something's wrong with it. Somebody sprayed some starter fluid in it when I hit the key a while ago. That was the whiff I got, starter fluid. But anyway, we'll see. I'll try to get some of the auction. I tried to ask them if they let me film and didn't really get an answer, so I'm gonna do what I can. Stay tuned, guys.
Glad was the word I was looking at. So we did not believe those checkers, which we should have probably done, but what's the bid on this? About to get to it. Alright, on the Ford 3000. Alright, here we go. At 1200 would have been 1300. 1200 would have been 13, would have been 1300. 1200 would have been 13, would have been 1300. 1,200 would have been 13, would have been 1,300. 1,200 would have been 1,300. 1,300. 12 and a half? 13. 13 and a half. 13 and a half. 13 and a half. 14. 14 and a half. 14 and a half. 14 and a half. 14 and a half. 15. 15 and a half. 100 would have been 18 and a half, a new player. He's been sitting back there laughing at you guys. 18 and a quarter would have been 18 and a half. 1875. 1,900. 19 and a quarter. 19 and a quarter. 19 and a half. 1975. 1975. Good year. 1975. 1,800. 1,800. 1,800. Oh, yeah, 2,000. I'm sorry. That's why he was looking at me like that. 2,000. 2,025. 2,025. 2,050. 75. 2,100. 21 and a quarter. 21 and a half. 2175. 2,200. 22 and a quarter. 22 and a half. 2275. Why not? 2,300. 23 and a quarter. 23 and a half. 2375. Yeah, it's over there, so don't forget the crank goes with it. No, it'll turn there, but I'm a bigger man than I am. But I tried jumping it, and my truck just wasn't enough to even spin.
All right, well, I'm not sure how the footage turned out there. Still feel kind of weird with that camera facing everybody, so I think I got a couple of clips here or there of different stuff. Some of the bidding. Tractors went pretty modest. Ford went a lot cheaper. They failed to tell us about the tax situation beforehand, so probably could have got that one and rolled it over pretty nicely. But the 140 went for $3,200, I believe. I figured it would go. I told my buddy 28 to 3,000. And the M, I didn't even turn the camera on for it because they had an internet bid of $1,500, I think, and around here that's about the going rate. I mean, it did have brand new tires on it, but you weren't going to make much on that. I don't really have a call for it. But now the proud owners of a I-4 International, so let's go bring it home. All right, well, we still got shadows, but here's some more goodies. I looked up and found another John Blue fertilizer distributor, the drive system and the hopper. The hopper's a little worse for wear, but that doesn't really matter. You can see the blue on it, blue fertilized. What does it say? Blue fertilized distributor. Yeah. The drive is the main thing. That's the piece that goes on the tractor, and then that's the hopper that goes on top of it, so we can redo the hopper. But that makes 3 of them now that I have. Miscellaneous wrenches, I think this is $5. That file itself's worth that. 1.25" wrench, pretty cool speed handle there. Not sure what the size that is, probably 5/8. Miscellaneous shovels, 6-volt battery box. I think this is probably for an H or M or something, but I might make this work on the C if I decide to leave it 6-volt. I'm not sure. And then this was a big support for me. The drive gears, I can get them out. Yeah, and chain goes on the axle for the fertilizer distributor. Now this is just one. Here's a second one. I'm not real sure what that's about, but I should have one for each side now, so we can get the chains. Those are not cheap. That was one thing I was missing, so buddy got a mower and an engine. But I'll take you back here and we'll see the I-4 a little up closer, and probably just wrap this one up. Well, I hadn't planned on coming home with a tractor. My buddy was looking at some. We were talking about flipping a couple. Probably should have jumped on some more, but this one went dirt cheap, and international, it fits in. I've always wanted a W4. The way I understand it, what little bit I read, this is just a little beefier version of that. I guess they consider it industrial. I think the gear ratio is a little different, so it has to be a little heavier axle or something. I don't know. We'll read up more on that, but could possibly find a forever home here. I don't know. We're gonna get it running. I should be an expert by now, as many international carburetors I've messed with. But it's been painted at some point. Got wheel weights on the back. I think he used it to pull logs with. But started a little bit of it. Steering wheel's new. The paint's flaking off up top, so you definitely know that probably he painted it because he started restoring that M. But tires match, they hold air, and they're not in the best of shape, but they've got plenty of tread. Front tires hold air, brakes work. So we'll see. Definitely stay tuned for an upcoming video on this. First start on it, hopefully, and go from there. We'll decide then if it's going to go down the road, or, you know, me with tractors, probably end up staying here. But all right, little I-4. Stay tuned for more. Well, here's the other goodie, besides the I-4 and stuff you saw in the back of the truck. A little homemade small press. That 1-inch plate right there. I don't think the jack's any good, but you can put another bottle jack under that. This come in handy for smaller projects. I mean, it doesn't have the capabilities of changing, you know, levels, I guess you would say, but I believe it'll work. I mean, for $5 you just can't beat it. Pennies on the dollar. All right, guys, I'm gonna call this one good. I showed you the scores for today, a little bit different on the content. Didn't get very good footage, I know, with the auction itself, but you know, I'm learning. It's still kind of weird, like I've said many times, about holding that camera up and filming people. But anyway, I'm interested to see where it goes with the I-4. Of course, it never hurts to have some extra parts. Quite a few good scores there, and see what happens. A little downtime, waiting on some parts, waiting on the corn to finish drying. The orchard grass is coming up slowly, so it's moving right along. Don't want to leave you guys hanging too much, but you know how it is here. You never know what you're gonna get. Like a box of chocolates, whether it's attempting to farm, field work, shop work, mechanic work, auctions, road trips, you name it, you get it all here. But that being said, I really appreciate everything. Thank you for following on a journey with me. Got any questions or concerns, don't hesitate dropping it down in the comments. If you're here for the first time and you're not subscribed, you might want to consider it. I don't usually ask that or mention it very much, but I've had a couple people lately tell me that they thought it cost something to subscribe. It does not. If you'll just hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell icon, and you can pick whether you want to be notified of all videos or certain ones or whatever, and see what you think. Give it a couple-month trial. Might be interested in something I'm doing here, but I really appreciate it regardless, whether you're just here stopping by. So that being said, we're gonna call it a day and see what happens. Till then, thank you.